Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. If you haven't gotten a chance to subscribe to this channel, please do so. In this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is, the long game of credit. I got this idea from a person. I apologize for the light, y'all. Not much I could do about it. The sun's coming up. But I got this idea from a gentleman that sent me a message. Probably one of the best messages that I've gotten on YouTube in my comments section since I started the channel. And the question was, Kenny, if you're a credit guy, why haven't you removed your bankruptcy from your credit report? And he wasn't nasty about it. He was just like, that's a really great question. And I want to talk to you guys about it, and I want you guys to understand the long game. When I did this bankruptcy in 2017, what happened was I knew that this was going to be an opportunity for me to show you guys how to build credit the right way. I'm a very private person. Like, I can't explain to you how private of a person I am. Like, I don't even like people talking about my business behind my back. When I first started making videos, I had a mission. I wanted to show people that even if you have a bankruptcy, I knew that if I had a bankruptcy on my credit report and you got, let's say, 6 collections, my bankruptcy trumps your collections, and if I can build myself to a 700 FICO score, then you guys will have confidence and you guys be able to take yourselves to the 700s. Understanding the long game of credit, I knew when I filed my bankruptcy, it was going to be about 2.5, 3 years before I started trying to remove items from my bankruptcy, right? From my credit report. I knew this was the opportunity. This was the window that I was going to have to show you guys. So what I did was I started making these videos. I started using my bankruptcy as a tool to help you guys. When I started talking about my bankruptcy, I started seeing that me having my bankruptcy on my credit report and still getting to the 700s really is helping a lot of people. I knew I wasn't trying to apply for something. It wasn't a problem for me to keep it on my credit report. I have probably in the last 3 months started taking things off my credit report, right? Because I'm ready to start trying to remove my bankruptcy off my credit report. So now I'm working on it. I did for a lot of my videos because I thought it was beneficial. Understanding the long game of credit, I'm not in a sprint. So if I leave my bankruptcy on for a couple of years, I know like the items that I'm trying to apply for. Like, for example, if I try and go get a mortgage, there's not going to be very many mortgage companies that's going to take somebody that's under 2 years for bankruptcy, right? So I knew that that was probably the only big purchase that I'm really trying to make is a home. So me going out and, you know, deleting items for the sake of trying to delete items to go get a mortgage, I'm not really worried about it because it's going to take time anyway. As I started making these videos, and even now, like, everybody is really short-sighted when it comes to credit. I look at an awful lot of credit reports. I've been like, CreditLiving has been growing. And this is how I can see people are short-sighted when it comes to this credit game. So I will look at somebody's credit report, and it usually will be about, 2 or 3 years previous that they ran into a situation, whether it's they lost their job or, whatever it is. They will start getting late pays, let's just say hypothetically, October. October, they'll start getting late pays. November, you start seeing, you know, collection accounts show up, and you could see a story on everybody's credit report. Your credit report tells a story. And after you go through that, there's a few years late that will go by. You catch my video and you start getting some of the accounts that I tell you guys to get. And so you guys go out, you get the, the CreditLiving secure credit card that's going to be linked in the description. You go get, let's say you go get a CapitalOne, and CapitalOne gives you a secure credit card, right? And you guys go out and get the SelfLender, get the MyJewelers, get the New Coast Direct, and you guys are rocking and rolling, and then a month will go by, and then you get the itch, the credit itch, and you go, I'm gonna apply for Discover. I'm gonna try and get a DiscoverIt secure credit card. It's one of those companies Kenny's always talking about. It's a great secure credit card. I'm gonna try and get it. You guys put in your information. Next thing you know, you're denied, right? They deny you, and now you're discouraged, and now you become a credit hoe. Because now you're going out, you're trying to get the red dot secure credit card. You're trying to get the green tree secure credit card. You're trying to, you guys just start going crazy with it. And I see it all the time. And at that point, you guys become out of hand. Like you guys become addicted to credit. And I'll look at your credit report because you guys will call me because now you're ready for me to start taking things off your credit reports. Can you help me with my credit report? And I put you through a credit audit, and I, comb over your credit report, and I see it. It's not like they're not putting the dates on your credit report. You're no different than anybody's other credit report. They're putting the date. I see when you applied. You know what I mean? I see everything. When it was opened, how much it was open for. And now you got a whole bunch of these small, 250 green dot or red dot credit card, secure credit cards. You got, all these different accounts, and I'm like, man, all right. And I don't usually say anything, but I know what's going on. You have a situation where you got shiny object syndrome. You're a credit hoe, and you can't stop applying for credit. You can't stop, like you're addicted to it. You feel like every other month that goes by, if you're not working on your credit, then you're not moving forward. And that's not the truth. Sometimes if you're going out applying for a bunch of credit, once you have your foundation together, what you're doing is doing yourself more harm. And I can't get you guys to understand that it's really key that you do not become a credit hoe. And understand that credit is not a sprint. Credit is a marathon. Credit is a journey. And with that credit that you're building, it should come with patience, right? Because once you have your foundation together, you are going to be in a situation where at that point, now you can start working on your derogatories. Now that if you want to work on something on your credit, that's the point that you start working on your derogatories. Once you have all your credit together, right? But you don't put the cart before the horse, meaning start working on derogatories before you got your foundation, your credit building foundation together, right? And if you want to work on it on both of them at the same time, great. But credit, like even when I get clients that come in for credit repair, they will come in 2 months, one or two items comes off, and they're wondering, why are all my accounts still on my credit report? And you have to understand, it's not going to go away in 3 months, right? It's not like all of a sudden, I got this magic wand that I can wave, and I can wave all your accounts off. And so I just want you guys to understand that applying for credit is not going to make the situation go faster, right? Or once you got your foundation, the accounts that I talked to you about. You going out getting a credit one secure credit card or unsecured credit card is not going to make your situation go faster. Be patient. Take your time. Build credit the right way. I don't care where you're at. If you follow what I'm trying to tell you guys, you will get to where you want to be. If you guys would just enjoy the journey, and as you go through this journey, learn something, you'll be far greater than somebody that's just going through life bumping around, right? bumping around talking about I want to retire at the age of 16, right? And it's ridiculous. And I know I'm being a little exaggerating when I say 16, because most of them are like, I want to retire by the time I'm 30. I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. It's great to be ambitious, but have a why. Don't just I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Why? Because, and not have no reason to do it. Like, there's no reason for you. You don't even know what you're doing yet. You have no reason why you're doing what you're doing. And I want you guys to understand, when I put these plans together, when I'm telling you guys, hey, look, these are the credit cards you want to apply for. These are the banks that you guys want to look at. This is what you want. This is how I want you guys to set your retirement, your rainy day fund up. Please don't just sit here and listen to me for entertainment. I'm not very entertaining anyway, right? Um, Listen to the message. Pick the message apart. Find the problems in the message that I'm trying to deliver, and put a plan for yourself, so that when it's time for you to get started, you know exactly where you're going. You have a vision, exactly what you're trying to accomplish, right? And that's what I want you guys to really focus on when you guys are listening to this channel. This channel is not for entertainment. It's to help you get to the next level. It's to put you in a situation so that you can retire comfortably. And that's what I think about, is your retirement, not this fire movement. We're not talking about retirement by 30, right? Because I don't even want, even if you become a multi-millionaire, I don't want you to retire by 30. Don't think of yourself as retiring. Think of yourself, if you ever get to a point where you're financially independent, call it a transition. I'm going into transition. I'm not gonna ever retire. I may transition into something else, but I'm not retiring. Right? I'm always going to try to make some type of contribution to the world, because at any point you stop contributing, you're already dead. Right? You're already dead. That's at least my opinion. And I just wanted to share this video with you guys. Credit is a journey. Stay on the journey. Stay on the plan. Believe in the plan. The plan is going to get you where you need to be. All right? You guys have a blessed day. I'm not going to make this a long video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Talk to you later. Stay blessed.